You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Young and the Restless fans, we have got the latest spoilers for next week and updates on holiday preemptions and some big returns. We have Sharon and Nick Newman scrambling to find their kidnapped son, plus a big legacy comeback. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we've got the latest Y&R spoilers for the week of November 24th, including what days the soap is preempted for the holidays, who is back to Genoa City, who's leaving, and more. And please click subscribe if you're not already following us. All right, let's start with the trouble at the wedding reception. So, as we ended this week, people were suspecting that Phyllis Summers sent the flowers that gave bride Christine an allergic reaction. It was mums that she is allergic to, but it turns out it wasn't Phyllis. It was an innocent mistake by Esther Valentine. It was not sabotage by Red. Not that she's not capable of it. To be fair, Danny and Christine's big day is taking place at the GCAC where Phyllis is living, so she didn't have to go far to crash the event. Now, she didn't crash the actual wedding, but she was there when things were getting ready to start. And she told Danny he's making a boring choice again by marrying her. And then her son, Daniel Romolotti, told Phyllis, please leave. Don't come back to the wedding. Just get out of here. So we had a couple of family members, by the way, that are missing the wedding. Jack Abbott and Lucy Romalotti are not in attendance, and it was explained that they're both sick. So it's also got to eat at Phyllis that her son Daniel walked Cricket down the aisle. And then next week, Daniel and Tessa sing an original song at the reception, other things that would make his mom jealous. So we did have 2 returns and 1 rarely seen face at Danny and Christine's wedding, and 2 of these are going to be back out of town quickly. So Danny's sister Gina Roma is back to see him get hitched to Cricket, and her dear friend Nina Webster is back. Those 2 are going to be in and out for the wedding. And then Amy Lewis was there too, somebody we don't see too much of in Genoa City. Unfortunately for Kane, when he came to pick up Phyllis at the GCAC, we saw Amy and Nina had some pretty hard things to say about Chance and Damian's death. And of course, they still blame Kane for their son's dying. But to his credit, he handles the criticism well. And Kane told Phyllis that Nina and Amy showed more grace than he deserved about this. So Nate is also there for the wedding, as are Abby and Devon and Diane and Tracy and Esther. The other big return to tell you about is somebody in Genoa City for Thanksgiving, but we're going to get to that shortly. So while Danny and Christine are saying their vows with Michael officiating, Kane and Phyllis are having coffee at Crimson Lights, and Kane wants to know why Phyllis hates Christine so much. Kane thinks Phyllis is still pining over Danny, but after they talk for a little while, Phyllis says that she is over Danny. It's not about him necessarily. She just hates losing, and she especially hates losing to Christine. So we're going to see Danny and Christine say their I do's on Friday, and it's official. Danny's got himself a wife. Christine is officially Mrs. Romalotti. So going into next week, the wedding is over and it's time for the reception, and Young and the Restless official spoilers say that Phyllis just can't stay away. She's up to something because she and Kane crashed the wedding reception. So we're going to see Phyllis and Kane walk in next week, and then Phyllis grabs a glass of champagne and says she wants to make a toast as everybody turns around to stare. So I wonder if there's any chance that Kane has talked some sense into her and Phyllis will make a gracious toast and then leave. I mean, it would be a 1 month before Christmas miracle if Red does something classy instead of catty while at their wedding reception. Also, next week, Y&R spoilers have us back in LA with Noah Newman and Sienna Bacall still locked up in that room after having been drugged and snatched. And Mitch Matt promised Sharon if she got Nick over to the hotel that he would give them the rules and a way to save Noah. So Matt is playing some kind of twisted game with them, but it looks like Nick shows up next week and Mitch Matt starts his twisted game of hide and seek with their son Noah as it. So next week, Nick and Sharon seem to be in some kind of storage facility yard looking for Noah. There's junk piled around and those roll up accordion doors that are on storage lockers, like the big full-size ones, you know. And Nick is frantic, calling out his son Noah's name, and Sharon is actively praying for divine intervention so they can find Noah and Sienna. And then Nick notices something out of place, and he calls Sharon over to take a look at what he found. Hopefully it's a big clue, and I'm certain they are going to find Noah next week. Meanwhile, at the Abbott Mansion next week, Y&R spoilers have everybody gathered for Thanksgiving. Jack and Diane are there, and we've got Billy and Sally. It's a full house of Abbotts. Tracy is there, and it looks like between Kyle and Harrison, they have pressured Claire to attend because she is there. And the big legacy return for next week is Ashley Abbott. Yes, Eileen Davidson is back for a little arc for the holidays. So Ashley walks in and says, "Happy Thanksgiving." And Tracy says, "It is now." And Jack says, "We're all together." So next week, by the way, there are only 3 new episodes of Y&R on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. As you know, Thursday is Thanksgiving, so the soap is preempted for CBS Sports. And as the weekend's on Black Friday, it's another preemption for sports coverage. So in other Young and the Restless spoilers for next week, we're going to see Daniel and Tessa singing. And I do wonder if Phyllis sticks around to see her son serenade Danny and Christine at the reception. Obviously, Phyllis would be really jealous that Cricket got an original song by Phyllis's own son devoted to her and Danny's love. But hopefully Kane will get Phyllis out of there and any scenes she makes will be minimal. We should also get a Newman Thanksgiving with Nikki and Victor and Chelsea and Adam and others, unless they're too stressed out by Noah going missing to celebrate, plus Nick is out of town with Sharon. But hopefully Nick and Sharon save Noah and Sienna by the end of the week. And I do wonder if Phyllis and Kane are going to be stuck eating room service turkey at the GCAC because they are both unwelcome at most dinner tables in Genoa City. So I would be stunned if Phyllis and Kane got any invites to join anybody for Thanksgiving. I also wonder if Kyle is pressuring Claire to reunite again and she up and leaves the Abbott dinner and heads over to meet Holden, who is more fun and less pressure. And Audra will probably also be dining alone. Young and the Restless is big next week, even though it's a short week of just 3 episodes, because it's the last few days of November sweeps. Make sure to check out our full weekly spoilers video tomorrow for the week of November 24th through the 28th.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.